How does that feel?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you eating? Tell me what you're eating.
Watermelon, salad with avocado, and some.
Italian penicillin soup.
2 weeks. I am officially done with my water fast diet. If you guys don't know, I made a commitment to get a head start on losing weight with that, not consuming any food. My target was at least 14 days and the most I was gonna go was 21. It's 14 days now, I'm stopping. I don't feel like doing it anymore. I think I proved to myself that I was able to do it. I can see just from looking in the mirror that I've lost weight, not only in my face, but just my body in general. I had to take a deep breath there because lately it's just been a struggle to even do daily tasks with no food in my system. I am very proud of myself because this was probably one of the most mentally challenging things I could have done. And I'm happy to say that I achieved my goal. I didn't get to 21, which was the ultimate, but I think now the next move is I'm gonna go back to the OMAD where I was eating 1 meal a day and just putting food back into my body, focus more on training, doing some weightlifting, some cardio, and losing weight the healthy way rather than, I wouldn't say this isn't healthy, but the longer that it goes on, the more effects that it has on my body. The first 4 or 5 days were great, but now it's just kind of to the point where, okay, I'm done. I have this weird taste on my tongue that I cannot get rid of no matter what I do. Anytime I have my electrolyte drinks, I have to use the bathroom. I gotta go number 2 and it's not pleasant. So it's just things are starting to become a little bit of a concern to where I am making that move to stop it. But I'm fine, like as of right now, I'm fine. It's just the energy levels are way lower than, obviously the energy levels are way lower than when I started, but it's just to the point where I think I've managed to get to my goal where I look at myself, I'm like, okay, I lost enough weight. Now we can focus on getting that diet down and then officially getting to my goal, which is 180 pounds. Now, the last time I started my diet, I was really close to that. I was doing the OMAD diet and it took a little over 3 months to get to 189 and I had started off at 233. This time, I didn't have a weight scale, but I know from the last time I checked, I was around 245 pounds to 250. I wish I had proof of that, but I don't. As you see from my thumbnail though, just from my face alone, I had a lot of weight and it just feels great to know that I got that head start and I'm able to finally have that confidence to keep going and make sure that I crush these fitness goals that I have in mind. I will show a picture here at the end with my shirt off of the before when I started and then after. When looking at the picture, it's not where I want it to be, but that's obvious. It should be obvious to me because I wasn't doing this to hit my goal weight from the get-go. It's not gonna take 14 days to get there. It's gonna take a lot of consistency and also training to see where I used to be when I was at my peak. But it definitely is something that brings motivation to me to just freaking keep going and not quit. I've done this so many times, but the difference now is I'm 30 years old and I have a lot on the line to where if I was going the other direction, it probably would have ended up bad for me because I was literally 10 pounds away from being like really fat and just overweight. I was complaining about going up the stairs. I was complaining about long walks. I was heavy breathing a lot and I just didn't like it. It didn't feel good. It felt like crap. And one of the big reasons why I started this whole diet to begin with 2 years ago was because my girl was pregnant. We had a baby on the way. And the biggest thing I could think of was managing that time and having the body to like having the body to be able to go outside and have fun with my daughter and make sure that I'm doing the best I can to communicate, to do those things from father-daughter time and not just be sitting around laying in bed and acting super lazy. When I had my daughter, I kind of just went back to my old ways, which I said I wasn't gonna do, but I did. I was eating whatever I wanted. There was no just anything that it didn't matter what it was. I was eating it. If it was lunch, dinner, snack time, midnight snack, 3 in the morning snack, it was just, I was eating all over the place. So it was a really bad habit that I developed, and I'm hoping now, because as I feel like as of right now, that with this, it has brought my confidence back on wanting to focus on those things and make sure that I crush them. I think that's the biggest thing that I got out of it, but I know that I have a long way to go, and I'm here for the journey, right? I think from here on now, what I want to try to do is I want to still fast, but only on one particular day. I'm thinking that day's Friday, and then on Saturday, I'm gonna give myself the OMAD diet still, but eat whatever I want on that meal. And I'm gonna test that out and see if it works, and if I still lose weight, I'll keep you guys updated. So basically how it's gonna go is Sunday through Thursday is going to be a clean diet, which will just include kind of like chicken, steak, rice, all that good stuff. And then Friday, I'll just clean out my system, not have anything. And on Saturday, around the same time that I would eat on my clean diet, I'll save it for that cheat meal. I'm not gonna have a cheat day. So I'm gonna stay away from sugars. I'm not gonna try to eat any ice cream, any donuts, any candy. Although I really don't like that stuff to begin with, sometimes every now and then I might want something of that sort. I'm gonna stay away from sodas. So except for like diet sodas, I will give myself that. But when it comes to like sugar, like the sugary sodas without the 0 calories, I'm not gonna mess with those. And that goes for coffee with creamer. I love coffee, but I'm gonna have to stay away from that creamer because I will drown my coffee in creamer. Another thing that I gave up on that was really good was caffeine drinks. I mean, it didn't matter what caffeine drink it was. It was either a Lonnie, a Monster, a Red Bull, a Bang, a G Fuel. It was just all kinds of stuff, and I am just ready to give it up. That has just messed me up completely to where I was drinking around 2 or 3 a day. So it's good to get that out of my system, because when I started this fast, my intentions was to keep drinking caffeine, but it was like 2 days already. I didn't buy any, and I was suffering from that huge caffeine headache that you get, and I just stuck through it with the hunger pains. So I don't want to go back to it. At least not anytime soon. I might introduce coffee back, but it's gonna be a while before I do that. Before starting this as well, I had ankle pains, I had elbow pains, knee, and especially my back. I can honestly say that just 2 weeks of water fasting, I feel like I cleansed everything. I don't feel as many pains as I was from day one. So that's a big plus. Thank you to everyone that has tuned in. I know I wanted to do this a little bit more different, but I've been having trouble with my phone. I've been running out of memory since it's got so many damn videos and pictures on here, and it's hard to delete because I got all of them I want to keep. So I didn't get to do it the way I initially thought of it, but I at least wanted to give you guys an update on how things are going. And I just want to thank everyone that has tuned in. If this is something that you're thinking about doing, make sure, I've seen a lot of videos, they're like, make sure you see a doctor, blah, 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 the most cliche thing. I didn't do it, but I should have definitely did it, because this is not for everyone. I don't think I will be doing this again, not to the extent of 14 days. I might just do at most 2 or 3 days every now and then, because it is good for you. There's a lot of benefits that you get out of it, and you should look into it because it is really good. Other than that, you guys have a good one. Stay safe as always, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Just so you know, if you did hear shit, hold on. Yeah, she's out. So if you heard snoring, that's why.